Hi and welcome to my channel Black Cats Pilates. My name's Sarah. Thank you for joining me today. I've just put this very short video together to explain the Pilates A, B and C. So this just stands for alignment, breathing and core. So these things are really fundamental to Pilates, very important that you know them before you're exercising. And if I put this video together now and you stick with me right till the very end, when you go to do my other videos, you'll already know what to do. So without further ado, I'm going to show you your A for alignment first. So this is all about how we're supposed to hold our bodies. We're going to find a neutral posture or an ideal alignment. All right, so we'll do this standing. If you just start with your feet together, so standing up nice and tall with your arms relaxed by your sides, palms facing in, shoulders back and down. So the idea here is that you're getting your shoulder blades more or less flush with your back. All right, now you're going to turn your toes out to the side at like a 10 to 2 position. And now you're going to lift your heels just a little bit and enough that you can take them out to the side. And when you pop them down, your feet are facing forward. They're about hip width apart and they're parallel to each other. All right, let's keep our knees nice and soft so we're not locking them out when we're standing. And you want to make sure your body weight is equal between the front and the back of each foot. So you're not leaning forward or backward. We've got that kind of nice midpoint, which is nice and comfy, especially around the lower back. Okay, so again, keeping your arms nice and relaxed, palms facing in toward the hips. You're going to try and keep your chin level with the floor and the crown of the head facing the ceiling. Now, we're going to lengthen through the spine here. So I want you to imagine you've got a piece of string pulling you up from the middle of the top of your head toward the ceiling. And that's really going to lengthen you through so you can stand up nice and tall. I keep going on about shoulders because when we try and lengthen through the spine, sometimes you don't notice, but the shoulders hunch up. So try and keep them nice and relaxed and back and down and just think more about really lengthening through your spine. Okay, now we need to look at our pelvis. I'm going to turn to the side. You don't have to, but I'm going to turn to the side because it's easier for me to sort of demonstrate what to do. You're just going to take one hand and place it down on your tummy. Make sure it's underneath your tummy button. The other hand, you're going to place it behind your back, so around the small of the back here. So all we're going to do is very gently tip the pelvis backward and forward. Nice and slow. Try not to tilt the whole body. Okay, so it's just your pelvis that you're rocking gently forward and backwards. So just think about lifting and tucking your tailbone under. So tucking the tailbone under here and gently lifting it up. And that's just rocking the pelvis. Now this warms up your lower back, but it's also going to help us to find our neutral pelvic position. So if you can, try and find the midpoint of this range of movement. You're going to hold it there and that should be neutral. And we can check, okay, I'm going to turn again to the front. You're going to place your hands, both of them now, underneath your tummy button and just join the thumbs and the index finger together at the tip. So when you look down, you've got a little shape here. So it's going to be a diamond or a triangle and it should be facing directly forward. Now, if it's tipping away or towards or away from you, just very gently level it up so it's nice and straight and that should be neutral. Okay, so keep those arms relaxed. Shoulders back and down, we're lengthening through, and this should be our ideal posture or ideal alignment, neutral posture. And we've got to remember this when we're exercising. Next, we're going to have a look at breathing. Okay, so try and hold on to this neutral posture. In Pilates, we breathe in through the nose and we breathe out through the mouth. So let's try that together. Nice big deep breath. And then exhale. Fabulous. We're going to try and keep that going. And when we breathe in, you're going to try and aim to get the air towards your tummy button. So basically, you're going to try and get as much air in, reaching the bottom of the lungs as you can. So nice big deep breath again. Fabulous. And remember, keep those shoulders back and down. Don't let them hunch up by your ears. All right, now you can keep that going and I'm going to explain how to engage the core next because once we've done that, we need to change the way we breathe. We're going to be breathing laterally or sideways instead of down. Okay, so on your next out breath, very gently draw your tummy button toward your spine. Now you don't need to go too tight, you just want to draw it in a little bit so you can feel that you've tightened your abdominal muscles. Okay, now just hold that in place. We're going to now start to breathe laterally. So you're still going to breathe in through the nose, but when you do, you're going to send the air through the sides and toward the back of the ribs. So you might feel your ribs expand sideways, a bit like a balloon inflating. Okay, so let's try that. Lovely. And again, one more. Good. Now try and keep that going. Don't overthink it. Just keep the navel drawn in. Keep breathing in through the nose and out through the mouth. Now we're going to turn our attention back to the core because there's a second part of it as well. Pelvic floor muscles. Now these are very low, deep in the body, at the bottom of the body toward the groin, and they're quite hard to locate, okay? But if you can, see if you can give them a squeeze, and you're going to draw them up in the direction of your ribs, so like you're doing up a zip. And you're going to do that on an out breath as well. So we're keeping the navel drawn in and we're drawing the pelvic floor muscles up. And if you can do that, you've got full core activation. All right, so hold those muscles in place. We've got the in and the up, and we're breathing sideways or laterally, keeping the shoulders back and down, keeping nice and tall, okay? So maintaining that neutral posture. All right, so now you know your Pilates ABC. You've got your alignment, your breathing and that core activation. You're now ready to do a little bit of exercise. You're all prepared. I really hope that you found that video helpful. If you did, please remember to give it a thumbs up. Remember to subscribe to the channel as well so that you'll always get notifications whenever I upload a new video. Enjoy the rest of your day and I hope to see you again soon. Bye.